Sync point 1.
I'm Chef Keith Rhodes, formerly known as Keith Rhodes of Wilmington, North Carolina. I've spent most of my life here. I was born in Columbus, Ohio, but I went to school here and I raised my family here in Wilmington. I'm the owner of Catch Restaurant, Catch the Food Trucks, plural, and I have another place down in Hollywood, Florida. I grew up here, went to Laney High School, made a nice group of friends here and a nice community here in Wilmington. But through a series of family events, things just kind of spiraled out of control with bad decisions I made when I was early in my teens. My 8th, 9th grade year, I thought that I was tired of school and what have you. My mother had just passed away when I was about 14 years old. My dad was an alcoholic, drug addict, and he was unable to take care of us, so we kind of bounced from family members to family members. Maybe one set of grandparents one week, another set of grandparents another week, and then it just, grandparents for a few months, and then we go stay with the other ones for another few months. And that's kind of how it was, just my sister and I. We were a year apart, and that's how we were raised. So we had shelter, but not a whole lot of direction. And I think that that's kind of where things begin to get a little gray early on for me. So we were hanging out, started smoking weed when I was like 14 years old, drinking, and just thought I was a little bit older than I was at the time mentally. Series of unfortunate events landed me my first time in prison in 1994 for selling marijuana, a lot. And I did about a year, got out on intensive probation, something crazy, like 300 hours of community service, a large fine. Not only was I selling the weed, I was smoking it too. I still want to smoke some weed. I didn't want to deal no weed. So I said, go ahead and send me back to prison. Let me go ahead and get this over with. And you say, well, what was the rationale in going back? And I just gotten out. Well, if I went back, I only had a couple of more months to do, technically, on my sentence. And then I didn't have to pay this $50,000 fine that was over me. I didn't have any more probation. So when I got out, I would have been a free guy. I would have had my citizenship back, as opposed to spending another 18 months on probation, which probably would have been problematic at that time, me being so young and still kind of wanting to do some things that were not socially acceptable as they are now. And I did that. I came back home. I got a job, and I started working, and I started working in the kitchen, just rising through the ranks, dishwasher, prep person. But by then, I was out on my own. I had been about 18, 19 years old then. I had my first child then, and things were just really hard. Things were hard for me. So I kind of reverted back to what I knew, which was hustling, and found myself back again. So at that point, I found out that, hustling just wasn't for me. You don't get too many strikes before they strike you out of the game. And through a variety of reasons, whether I got a super lengthy prison sentence or someone maybe might have murdered me or something like that. I worked really hard for a long time, by the hour, feeling like I should have been getting paid so much more because my dedication was there, and I worked hard. Needless to say, one day, I was offered a position with a salary position, and someone who came from my background when I had got out of jail initially, or prison initially, going out to put resumes in and going on job interviews and getting that call back and having that hope that you're gonna get another job, and then you never get it. And you got children at home, you got a wife at home, it can get to be very bewildering. But I pressed on. When I went to prison, car got repoed, so I was walking, people ride by, yeah, what's up? I'm like, dude, stop, pick me up, you know what I mean? So I'm walking to work, and I'm doing a lot of jobs. Not only was I working this one job that I came back to, but I was doing a lot of other jobs just to make it work, jobs that I was way overqualified for, but I was humble and I didn't mind. And I respected every job that I was in, even though I was overqualified. I knew that I was on a path to try to do something, but the only way that I could get there is to stay focused and to go through the struggle. It never rains forever, but we have to endure that rain for a while to appreciate the sun when it comes out, you know what I mean? And this was my rainy season right now. And so I got offered a salary position, which was really great, and the opportunity to lead a restaurant downtown Wilmington. And from that point on, things kind of really, the trajectory, it just excelled. I never looked back because, and I never really told this story a lot, because I think part of that growth was being able to have that resonate deep in me. But also I knew that there was going to be a time when God wanted me to share this story as a testament for a lot of other folks that were out there going through the struggle, trying to figure out their way in life, and how do I go about being a productive citizen, even though I might have some stripes on my back, and again, type 1 diabetic. I was born with diabetes from day one. I'm 45 years old right now, and I'm blessed to be here talking, still doing what I love. I think that folks look and say, oh, he's successful or he does that. But, the story is, you never really know. You don't really know all the work that's put into it. You don't really know all the dreams that haven't been manifested yet that are still on the burner, waiting to manifest.